Cutting through the crowd, you finally get to see what's happening there and why there was so much crowd gathered around. Your heart broke into millions of pieces when you saw your boyfriend on his knees, while your best friend was standing and he was extending a rose towards her. She seems to be so happy to receive a confession from the man who she was supposed to see with her friend. Everyone was watching their confession while tears and anger were in your eyes. There was someone who was seeing those tears of yours that you were still holding in your eyes. You couldn't help yourself and your boyfriend's eyes fell on you. Initially he was a little nervous to see you. He gulped because he wasn't expecting you to be here. Your best friend also noticed the same with her reaction. They saw the hate for them building inside you, but it seems like you've already suspected them. Still, it was so heartbreaking. You turned around and left from there. You knew you would do something terrible in anger, so you decided to leave the place. Maya looked at Sam, who is your boyfriend. He got up. What do we do now? He looked at her. Don't worry about her. There's no use hiding it anymore. I don't love her, and I will never. Maya is your best friend, but from the time you and Sam got into a relationship, she started to hate you but never let it out. Turned out that Sam was just doing it for a dare and was never interested in you. He started to like Maya and they both were in a relationship behind your back. Today you saw everything in front of your eyes and there's nothing left to say. You came at the rooftop and couldn't able to control yourself before you burst into tears. You felt so bad and your heart was aching because you fell for that jerk in reality. You have never realized that he was only playing with your feelings, and more than that, your own best friend backstabbed you. Right now you have so many betrayals at once and you were completely broke. You walked to the railing and stood there while looking at the crowd who was still there and students talking to each other. Of course, everyone felt bad for you. You were sobbing, but then you felt another presence in the rooftop along with you. You didn't look back because your face was a mess. You lowered your voice and wiped off your tears. Wow, is anyone crying here? Hearing his voice, you quickly wiped your tears, but you know this guy won't leave. And compelled by his habits, he never leave a chance to tease you. He stood beside you, but you turned your face to the other side, making him smile a little. He tilted his face a little. Am I dreaming that the one who calls herself a lioness and even act like that is now crying? Just get lost from here. You never forget to be rude to me, right? Anyways, I won't leave. This is a school property and I can come here too. You don't want to argue, nor you were in the mood to talk to anyone, so you started to leave, but he grabbed your hand holding you back. That made you look at him surprised. Leave my hand. What do you think you are doing, huh? He came near you, still not leaving your hand. Don't feel bad just because of that jerk. I already told you he's a jerk, but you never listened to me. You freed your hand and looked at him. It's none of your business, okay? Well, that's absolutely true. It's none of my business, but still I'm feeling bad for you. I mean, I know we are not in good terms, but I feel bad, you know. You don't have to feel bad for me, nor you have to put your business in my life. You were leaving when he again spoke. Think about it carefully. I can help you in taking revenge from them. They betrayed you. Will you let them go that easily? You stopped and turned towards him. He smiled and came near you. What kind of help are you talking about? We'll work through it, but first tell me if you want to take revenge or not. This made you think about it. Even though this thing didn't come up in your mind before, you will definitely want to take revenge on them. You can't just let them go for what they did to you. He was waiting for your answer very patiently. You looked at him. And why do you want to help me? You said to me, confirm yourself once again, while he pouted and nodded, as if thinking something very deep. Then he took a deep breath and looked at you. You know how kind-hearted I am. I can't see anyone in pain, even if it's you. You rolled your eyes. I know that you would never do it for nothing. He smiled mischievously. Of course nothing comes for free. And what do you want in return? I'll tell you when the right time comes. No way. What if you ask me something I don't have or I can't do? I know you will definitely take advantage of my situation. I am the one who extended my hand for help, but still you are complaining that much. You wish I was just trying to be helpful, but I don't think you deserve it, he said, shrugging his shoulders. And he turned to leave and walked a few steps, but then you stopped him. He didn't turn towards you, but you walked behind him. Okay, I'm ready. A smile appeared on his face, but he put a serious face before turning towards you. So, are you ready? You nodded. Now tell me, what should I do? It's a bit difficult, but since I have decided to help you, I will manage. Can you tell me what you are planning that compelled you to do these many sacrifices? You said sarcastically. He looked at you. Let's play a game. Let's get into a relationship. What? I should have known you are just a fraud. You burst out without listening to him completely, making him annoyed. Will you listen the whole thing first? What do you mean by getting into a relationship? Are we going to play here? Don't you know how serious it is? That's what I'm saying. This relationship is going to be completely fake. We just have to act like that, and this will definitely gonna make them jealous, and trust me, it will work. And if it doesn't happen, I'll do whatever you say for the rest of the year. You knew that he would never make such a big commitment if he even have a 1% doubt about it. Even though you guys are enemies, not the die-hard one, but you decided to join hands with him because you also thought this can work. After thinking for a while, you looked at him. Yes or no? Fine, but remember what you promised. He nodded. My memory is pretty good, he said, flashing you a soft smile that did something inside you. The next day, a wave of shock spread among the students when they saw you and Jungkook are coming to school hands in hand. Everyone was surprised to see how this happened, and even your ex-boyfriend and best friend noticed. It was hard to believe. But you ignored all of them, and it was quite fun than you thought. You liked the expressions that you noticed on your ex's face when he saw you close to Jungkook. He was definitely surprised and a little jealous, even though he tried to show that he doesn't care. Slowly the news spread in the entire school that you and Jungkook have started to date and now are in a relationship. Earlier you were not into games or spent your time alone in the class rather than coming to watch the match, but today you were among them, cheering for Jungkook. Maya looked at you, but she seems to be a little mad at you, but now you don't care. In fact, you were feeling like slapping her, but that wouldn't be a good option. Your calmness would be her biggest discomfort. The match ended and you cheered because Jungkook won. He came in the audience and pecked on your lips, making you, along with all the students, shocked. But soon they started cheering for both of you. Your cheeks turned red as you looked at Jungkook, who winked at you. Just enjoy it, and ran back to his teammates. Don't know what happened to you. You felt your heart behaving weirdly. Others were going crazy and cheering for you and Jungkook as they finally got to see whom this champion fell for, but it was new for you. You never saw him that way. What are you doing here? I have been looking for you everywhere. You turned towards him when he came at the rooftop. You looked a little serious. That made him a bit confused. What's wrong? Are you okay? You came near him, looking straight in his eyes. What happened? Why are you looking dead in my eyes? You know I can't handle that. Why did you do that? He frowned. Did what? Ah, are you talking about that kiss? I'm sorry, I just wanted to make it real, but you don't have to take it seriously. I'm sorry about that. You know he was lying because he was avoiding looking in your eyes. And what did you mean by when you said just enjoy it? Yeah, why are you making me nervous? Didn't I make everything clear? It's all fake. Don't do that again. He looked at you. It's fake? Then act that way. I don't like fake physical touch. Respect that. He nodded. I got it. Sorry. You didn't want to be rude, but don't know why you couldn't able to get this thing out of your mind, and that feeling was making you restless. You left downstairs while he sighed. I wish you could understand my true feelings and realize that nothing is fake. You came downstairs when you noticed Sam. You both looked at each other, and before you left, he blocked your way. You really hate seeing his face now. Step aside. He didn't listen and came close to you while his hands in his pockets. What are you trying to prove by getting into a relationship with Jungkook? You raised your brow. You think you can make me jealous by that? Did I say anything like that? And if you're not jealous, then why you care? Aren't you happy with your new chick? His jaws clenched. You now completely understand what kind of guy he is and really hate yourself for falling into his lies. And you were also one of them. He said with a smirk, and your blood boiled. You couldn't stop yourself and slapped him hard. He was surprised and now angry as well. You are nothing but a trash. How dare you to slap me? He was about to slap you back, but someone grabbed his hand in the air, and it was no other than Jungkook. Keep it inside your pockets if you don't want it to break, he said, coming in between both of you. So now you're acting like her savior, huh? Tell me if you have any problem. Sam looked at you and angrily left from there. Jerk. Jungkook turned towards you. You really slapped him. You looked at him. I would have choked him too if you didn't come in the middle. He chuckled. You don't have to do it. He won't even come near you after today. He knew you are not in a good mood. He held your hand and walked you with him in the class. Ryan, didn't you hear me? She said a little loud after calling you 5 times. I was getting ready, Mom. Why are you rushing so much today? You stopped when you saw Jungkook standing. He waved at you. Your boyfriend is here. Hi. You looked at your mother. He's not my boyfriend. And what are you doing here in the morning? You said, coming near Jungkook. I came to pick my girlfriend for school. Your mom crossed her arms and cleared her throat. What else do you hide from me other than your boyfriend? He is not my boyfriend, Mom. Yes, we are just acting to be in a relationship. Your mom looked at both of you confused while you glared at him. Can I ask what's going on, Ryan? Is he your boyfriend or not? What's with this fake thing? You looked at your mother. I'll explain it to you once I get back home. Now I have to leave for school. Bye. You grabbed Jungkook's hand, but he stopped you and looked at your mother. Auntie, I want you to tell me that am I not worth being a boyfriend material to your daughter? Yeah, are you crazy? What are you saying? Mom, he's stupid. Let's go from here. Well, you are handsome and look smart than my daughter, so I won't mind if you become her boyfriend. You looked at your mother shocked while he smiled. You are really great, Auntie. Mom, are you serious? I find no flaw in him. I wouldn't mind if you date him. Exactly. We are getting late. You grabbed his hand and walked away from there while your mother laughed a little before going inside the house. You let go of his hand and looked at him. Are you out of your mind? What were you doing? I was just checking if your mother would accept me or not, if in future we will get together. Once again your heart skipped a beat. It's been more than a week since you both were in a fake relationship, but it doesn't seem fake anymore. So many times you just found yourself falling for him and now you feel things for him. It's like you are experiencing a whole new life with him. There is no Sam and Maya. You even forgot about them and they never really bothered you, and it turned out that Maya was his another dare. She left feeling worse, but sadly there is no other Jungkook to hold her. She preached what she showed. And why do you think we can get together in the future? I'm just waiting. What if one day you make up your mind? You don't have to pretend like my boyfriend when we are alone. You can save these lines for school. You were about to walk away, but he grabbed your hand and came closer to you. Your heart was beating so fast. I'm not pretending anymore, Ryan. I want you to fulfill my wish that you promised in return to help you. I want to be your boyfriend for real, a real relationship, and I promise you that I will never break your heart. You swallowed, not sure how to react. Of course you won't mind dating him now, especially when you are so comfortable with him. And what if I back up from my promise? You raised a possibility to see if he still would be the same. Then I'll wait a little more. I don't think you will be able to say no again and again, but I will try 100 times. He was not a green flag but a whole forest, and if you can give a chance to a jerk, then why not him? Okay, because my mom also approved you, I'll give you a try. He understood everything. Mom, right. So just because of your mom, huh? Your cheeks turned red when he kept looking at you. I mean, you helped me. Okay, fine. I'm ready to give it a try because I also like you. You finally said, and he hugged you, making you smile. Thank you. Now let's go to school. He broke the hug and held your hand before intertwining your fingers.